video, this is Bowser. Bowser is a 9-month-old Malamute. Just arrived on for a 2-week boarding training just within the last hour. So it's the first time I've had him out here, bringing him in under a level of control. And I've already put the pressure collar on him, okay, to begin to bring him into agreement, okay, interacting with me the right way. So here in this video, this is again hour 1 into this. He's here again, relationship problem. We gained a fair amount of control in the relationship based on his level of need, and he's already been becoming very destructive, becoming unruly, not wanting to be brought under influence by way of being walked on the leash. And so again, this is why it's important when starting this process to begin to advocate properly, to begin to reverse some of the issues here, is focusing on these interactions with having dog come into agreement the right way. So right here, I'm going to get him to come up here a little bit closer to me here. Again, I'm just kind of somewhat accommodating him a little bit, because here's the thing, is once you start into this process, especially as a trainer, based on, again, on how he perceives me, I am allowing for a little bit of accommodation. But it doesn't mean giving him a high level of control back whatsoever. This is just about knowing how to kind of get him to sign off, okay, on these interactions. But again, by way of kind of nudging him into agreement. So I'm going to bring him up here a little bit closer to me, putting just a little bit of pressure onto him. Somewhat resistant here. You see the resistance going here. So what I'm going to be doing here with him is I'm going to be walking around in a bit of a circle. And I'm going to be, interacting with him, getting him to come into agreement with having me leadership, but having control over him. But I'm going to be doing it in a way, again, isn't about pushing him too hard, putting him under undue stress. Okay, he's already under stress because he's holding a level of control. And so again, being able to take stress off of him through this transition, I'm going to be doing this in a way that allows him to come into agreement, be more agreeable. So same thing here. I'm going to start to move forward with him a little bit. Again, not using treats, not motivating him. So right here, you see him kind of pulling back a little bit. And right here, I have influence coming through the collar, through the leash. Right? See how he sits coming forward here a little bit. I didn't try to turn this into a battle. I'm going to push-pull here a little bit with him. I'm going to get him to kind of just sit here for a minute. This is just about, gaining a little bit of comfort with him in terms of just getting him to kind of warm up to this. So I'm going to move forward with him. He's coming forward. I'm going to bring him into a stop. I'm going to put him into a sit. I'm going to push-pull here for a second. And, I'm going to take some pressure off of him. So he wants to lean on me. See how he wants to lean on me? So when you have a dog wanting to lean on you, that represents a very possessive state of mind. You want to clean that up. Okay, it'll clean up on its own. As your thinking changes, it'll start to not lean on you anyway. But keep a little bit of space between you and your dog. So here, I'm just keeping a little bit of a space. So I want to keep this clean. As soon as the dog touches you, it gets personal, and then they're gaining a little bit of comfort the wrong way that way. It's all about me advocating just like being a parent. Same thing, moving forward here a little bit. Can't put him into a sit right away. Do a little push-pull. Again, bring him out of the crate, because this helps to kind of get the crate lined up a little better too, so he's going to start to settle down in the crate a little bit more. Same thing, just taking my time. Again, I'm moving the leash the same way every time. I'll move forward with him again. He's going to lock down here a little bit. Again, this is like a power play, okay? This is about control. So bring him forward. But this is like buckling his mind. It's like the tug-of-war team that collapses, all right? So I'm just putting enough influence on him. I want him to come forward. Then take the pressure off again. When he comes in, I'm removing influence off of the equation here. Because the whole thing here is if you keep influence constant, if it's above a certain level, you're going to cause a lot of conflict. So just knowing when to kind of remove it to a certain level so that the dog starts to moving probably starts to settle down there a little bit. Because again, this isn't about getting into a battle. This is about a understanding. Again, just picture like rewriting the contract. So I'll take it one step at a time. Again, I take one more step here. As I step, I'm bringing some influence over him, bringing him forward. I'm locking in here with the leash. It's like buckling his mind. Take some pressure off you here, off him a little bit. So again, when I'm starting to do this, I'm not going to do, this is it. I'm just taking one lap around. I'm going to give him a drink of water, have him settle down here in the middle, back in the crate. So this is a lot of just kind of like circuit training, a lot of just in and out, and beginning to increase expectations. But when I'm doing this, I'm assessing where we're at. So, depending on how much control I was holding and how much resistance there is, I'm not going to extend it too far initially. Because again, we're just 1 hour into this. And so, based on, again, on what these interactions represent, I'm just taking my time. See how badly he wants to lean on me? He wants to find comfort that way. He wants to gain comfort through be like a selfish child finding comfort, but through the wrong parenting style. See that? He wants to lean. See how hard he wants to lean on me? I'm just not allowing it. Kind of moving him away from me here a little bit. A lot of stress onto him. Moving forward one more time here. Really kind of want to lock in. Move. Tap a little bit here. So we're going to stop it right here, okay, in a second. Because again, this is about a starting point. So you see here, again, a lot of control issues. Wanting to, again, very much used to being in control. And so again, want to interact with him in a very specific way this way. This is about, again, interaction based. Alright, so again, but again, at the same time, just taking my time. See how much he wants to lean on me? He just wants to really lean on me. I don't want that. So I'm going to start to clean that up a little bit. See, I'm just kind of moving the leash this way a little bit. Because what I'm saying is, hey, no, I'm in control here. I don't want you leaning on me. Because he wants to find comfort that way. Alright, that's the wrong way to do it. This is about reestablishing the right parenting style. So, but I'll say Bowser's doing okay. The first day or two is always the most challenging. But when you do this type of thing, it's knowing when to how much to do. And just kind of taking breaks in between. So he has downtime. Downtime means that he's like dealing with this, okay? Because there's some working through of all this stuff. So as I do it, I'm doing it just in a few minutes at a time. We stop for a bit, a few minutes again. Start to think about to the bathroom and all these different type of things that are part of just a normal routine. But again, starting to put certain devices on him so I can gain control, like the choke chain. Again, it's about how you use it. Right now, there's barely any influence going through that. I just have enough just to control him somewhat. But again, you have to be very careful when you use certain devices because again, you don't want to engage in a battle. Right? This is about understanding where we're at so that I just know how much I can kind of get away with and get him to sign off very slowly. So how to look at this is for some dogs, it's like a 90-page contract you got to re-sign. For other dogs holding less control, it might be a 20-page contract. For Bowser, it's about look at him looking at me, right? It's about a 60-page contract. So definitely, based on his breed and everything, definitely has gained some control here. But the fact he's 9 months of age, he's still somewhat in that developmental stage where it does give me more of an advantage. So, but again, doing okay. We put a lot